Hey, good evening, everybody. Hope you guys are all having a very, very good evening or very good night, depending on where you guys are, maybe day or afternoon. We'll wait for a few people to jump in here that we're going to be talking about altcoins, Bitcoin, and a whole bunch of fun stuff going on right now in the market. Ethereum is still breaking out right now, which is a very good move. I'm pretty much just waiting for Bitcoin to break out either today or tomorrow. And then from there, I think we're going to be off to the races a little bit, where we can see some enthusiasm moving into the Bitcoin realm. Maybe even a double bottom, which would be kind of nice about now, but we'll have to wait and see how that turns out. There we go. Let's see what's going on over here. No, we're doing fine. Let's see this right here as well. I think we're good. Hey, Alex, my man. Hope you're doing well. Just waiting for a few people to pop in here. I'm streaming a little bit later than I normally do, but I want to make sure some people can get in here. I know the East Coast crowd is probably getting a little tired right now. Hey, LaPush. Hey, 1977. Good evening. And hey, Monica. Let me put this thing back up here. There we go. I accidentally left my heater on too long in my bedroom, so now I'm like overheating in here. I'm just like, I want to open up a window. Or I did open up a window, but it's going to take a little bit of time for it to cool off in here. Let's see. No, we got a few people in here. I don't expect it to be that busy tonight. So, first of all, Bitcoin still looks fine. Let's kind of grind over here very fast. What's the best way to do this? There we go. All right. Go. Something is going on with my mouse. Did I do something with this? No? Huh. I feel like there's something wrong with my mouse, but it's fine. Alright, so let's zoom in on Bitcoin here. This is the past couple weeks. So far, we're looking good. I think today we have a good chance of breaking out here. At least breaking out above the 20. Really, I'm not thinking we're going to break above the 50 here. If we do, that'd be a great surprise, pleasant surprise. But I think right now we're trying to hold on to this old support level. We're still holding on to it pretty darn well. If we can stay above this and hold today, I'm pretty sure we can break out. Otherwise, if we start breaking down below this one, we might just come back down to 55,000 or something like that before taking another couple days to break out. Overall, my main point is I think Bitcoin is going to break out here pretty soon. So. And you can see the altcoins are up a little bit as well. Bitcoin's only up about 0.66%, but you see Ethereum up about 3%, Matic up about 6%, ADA up about 2%, XRP up 1.3%, BitTorrent up 1%, Ethereum Classic up 2%. So it looks like a lot of stuff is starting to be bought up by investors in preparation for this potential breakout. And this mostly started off of Ethereum. The funny thing about Ethereum is that we talked about this earlier today. Ethereum broke down a day before Bitcoin a few weeks ago, and now it's breaking out potentially a day before Bitcoin breaks out here as well. So that's a pretty interesting sign. I'm hoping to see Bitcoin break out and kind of follow that trend going into the future here. Hey Alex, do I watch college football? Not really. I normally don't have the time for it. Saturdays are when I do my family stuff, where I'm taking Loki outside and going to the parks. So I normally don't have the chance to watch football on Saturdays. I only hear news every once in a while, but not really. Let's see. Hey, Daniel. Hey, Saul. A quick question. I only have one today. Oh, no worries, my man. How can you tell when there's a short squeeze coming? You never know exactly when it's coming. What you're trying to do is buy in preparation for one. If you want to see if a short squeeze is coming, you're going to have to find some hidden signals and usually have to pay for that data. But let's just go over to Finviz very fast. So normally, Apple is such a consistent little guy. So this is what you normally do. Let's go here to Screener. Oh god, I forgot they have ads. All right. Well, basically, if you guys use Finviz, what you can do is you can just make everything very easy for yourself. You can do a preset if you want to, but what you're basically looking for here is you want, depending if you want to buy options or not, you can put options on here, optionable or optional and shortable. For now, I'm just going to go to Breakouts. Just a small mid-cap coin, average volume over 500K, my normal price, my normal setup. I'll even do any right now. Actually, no, let's go to USA because we require them to actually give that information. And then what you're going to be looking at is see right here, float short. If you're looking for a short squeeze, what you normally want to do is you want to see, hey, do you want to have it, you usually want to have it like over 10%. That's usually a pretty good short squeeze there. For mega caps, it can be 5% or 10%, but I prefer just say over 10%, make my life a lot easier. You can see there's 37 stocks here that kind of fit this bill for what I'm looking for personally. Optionable, shortable, price over $50. I don't want to play a penny stock short squeeze. As much fun as those are, you can, if you want to look at those, you can just do everything I'm doing right now. There you go. And just hit any instead of over 50, okay? It does make a difference. We can actually, let's just do that now for you guys. My mouse is being funny. Maybe I just need to plug it in better here. Maybe that's it. There we go. No. Alright, so once you find a stock that you like, you're just gonna go over here to charts. Then you're gonna look at, what's looking okay for a squeeze? This is looking to break out. Maybe AEVA could have a squeeze here pretty soon. This is a $2 billion market cap, but it's only like 10 bucks, so not too bad. It means that it's not, it means people like invested $2 billion into it, so it's not, not a bad company. What else do we have here? No. Shorts. You're going to see a lot of shorts in the market right now just because of all the turmoil in the marketplace. Okay, but for now, let's just go to that one since we had a good idea what was going on here. But even Chewy has a high short. That's interesting. So there's more ads here, so I'm trying not to use FinViz as much. They're kind of losing my business with all these freaking ads. But basically, let's look at this one here. Then once you see a chart that looks like, hey, this thing could be breaking out here pretty soon, I could definitely see a squeeze happening as soon as it pops over the 200 daily moving average. Because then from there, you see the orange right here. You could definitely see a golden cross incoming for this one, where in a couple weeks, AEVA can be doing some really nice moves here. All right, this is consumer cyclical, auto parts, not too hit, it's not going to be hit too much by the pandemic, which is a nice sign, excuse me. Okay, once you find this information, that's not enough. That'll kind of give you in the ballpark where you want to add this to your watch list. After that, you want to start seeing some signs in the back of the market saying, hey, are people buying up a lot of these calls, AEVA, in anticipation for that? Is volume going up bit by bit, which this one is? And when you put all that stuff together, you can say, hey, this is a good chance of squeezing a little bit, not going parabolic, but just a squeeze. And that's the start. That's what you're looking for right there. Hopefully that kind of helped you out right there. There we go. Get out of FinViz, turn into crap over there. All the ads. There we are. Let's look at Bitcoin on the 4-hour chart here. So far, still looking good. We just had this little bullish crossover here, the 20 moving average crossing over the 50 on the 4-hour chart. That's a good sign for us. I want to see what happens in the next 4 hours. I'm thinking if Bitcoin takes a jump up, it'd probably do it sometime tonight if we're sleeping. If it decides to fall from below this type of stuff, then we're going to be in a little bit of a pickle because then we have to try to do a dip and rip type of effect, which can definitely happen. But I know nobody wants to see us go back down here to 54,000. I know tons of people are having heart attacks during that time frame. So for now, we're gonna hope to ride above the 20 moving average here on the 4-hour chart over the next, let's say, 8 hours or so. That's what we're looking at right now. If you want to be real technical with it. Let me go over here very fast. What else do we have to look at? And then right here, Ethereum, still nice and booming at the moment. Ethereum is looking pretty darn nice. We're just waiting to see if it can actually break out above this trend line right here, or excuse me, this resistance level at what, $4,868. Not too bad. If we do break out above this today or tomorrow, we're probably gonna go to maybe 5,200 or so before pulling back. This trend line I think is going to be a pretty decent level of resistance for us. I don't think we're going to be able to pop above unless Bitcoin really starts to do some really crazy stuff here. We'll put Ethereum over here. Watch this bad boy move up bit by bit. Hey, Angela, Mike, thanks for the info yesterday. Ended up making 42% on your trade. Hey, that's awesome, man. Good 42% is always a good thing to make. Let's see. Should I wait for 56 or buy now for Bitcoin? I don't know if it's going to come back down to 56, but if you wanted to, you could wait to see how it interacts with the 20 moving average on the 4-hour chart. If it manages to tap on that, you can try to buy a small amount there, and if it drops down below to the 50, more close to that 60, that 56,000, then you might be able to finish off that trade if you wanted to. But if you don't want to buy right now, you could wait a little bit for a potential dip and see if we hit this 20 moving average here on the 4-hour chart. That's how I would look at it, just in case we have a couple more dips before we have a rip. Here's the 5. We're kind of staying above this trend line at the moment, or excuse me, this level of support, trying to at least. Had to fight back up to get back above it, but so far we're doing okay. Yeah, what you'd want to do is you'd probably just want to wait till that 20 if you don't want to buy now. If you don't want to buy now. Let's see. I don't think it's going to be too big of a deal though going forward, so you might, yeah, you could definitely save yourself a little bit of money there. That's maybe just a few percent. Actually, let's just stick on the 5 for Bitcoin. You can see if anything crazy happens with the price moving forward. What are my thoughts on time? I have no idea what time is, so let me take a peek at it. Oh, there's multiple times. You got to let me know what time, my man, because yeah, this is too many time tickers there. That is freaking dumb name if there's that many coins out there copying it. Let's see. Hey Prince, yeah, somebody told me about that earlier in the day that Gary Gensler is meeting with former SEC Chairman Jay Clayton tomorrow on a fireside chat. I think that's what people are waiting for this catalyst. I think that's what's going to happen. Remember, this whole bull run started off of a catalyst with Elon Musk, I think Kathy Woods, and who's the guy that just left Twitter, Jack Dorsey. Them talking about crypto. That was the catalyst. So another catalyst could just be tomorrow for this next bull run. I can definitely see that happening as well. Let's see, how do I like Matic? I think Matic is a good play right now. It's up 5% right now, so I wouldn't really be chasing it unless you want to like just carry on some of that momentum. But I think the best time to buy Matic was a couple days ago when we were testing at the Fibonacci levels. But so far, it's a good hold. It's a strong hold. Hey, Brett. The SHIB is smacking. Yeah, SHIB, what is SHIB up right now? It's down a little bit since this new day candle took over, but it has been having a pretty good day. You might actually see it just have a rough first half of the day candle, and the second half of the day candle starts to really spike up. So I'm pretty excited to see what SHIB does. I didn't buy back into it, but it does look pretty good. Hey Alden, any good options plays this month? Not really. I mean, not right now. I'm not trading any options until all this COVID mess is fixed up, because no matter what the technicals are telling you, if there's 1 ounce of bad COVID news, your call can go from like up 5% to down 60% in a matter of minutes or overnight, just because somebody tried to spark fear about the new COVID variant. So when I see stuff like that happen, I'm not even taking the chance of me losing all that money. If you wanted to trade anything right now, you're most likely going to be looking at puts and just kind of waiting for some bad news and waiting for the market to take a hit. Like you saw today, we just talked about went on FinViz. Look at that. Market's not a fan. Market's not a fan at all. I hate FinViz. Let me see. I'm just going to reactivate this. Pause. Look at this. This is a bloodbath. Only Pfizer was up. Was Moderna even up today? Moderna was actually down today. So, you know, it's not, yeah. I mean, Apple was up. Apple's a really good play, though. Look at that. Right up to, that's not the right support, but it did go past that little bit of support level. There was the breakout there a while ago. Apple's like the only thing that's immune to all this crap going on in the market. Here. So, yeah, pretty much, guys. I'm not trading many options this month until that we get this COVID variant under control, or the media won't stop fear mongering over it. Time Wonderland. Let me see if I can find it now. Time. There you go. Time Wonderland. There's a bunch of them. It's up 7% right now. $500 million market cap. Not on trading view, so I can't do really any technical analysis on it. Year to date, it's not the same. It opened up in September. Okay. I say this is, I mean, I wouldn't really want to be buying at these levels. I'd rather do more of a day trade or a short-term swing trade on this. But only because I'm so bullish about Bitcoin, what I can say, like, you could actually buy this right now with some confidence. What I'd normally be looking at, though, is you see you would draw a trend line from this top, this peak to this peak, and then you'd be buying on that breakout. But right now you can see it's curling up along with Bitcoin and a whole bunch of other plays, like it wants to break out here pretty soon. So that's what I'd be looking at. I would say at the moment, looks good enough to, if you wanted to buy some, you could definitely look into it. I don't know what exactly they do, but as far as the chart and the technicals look, it looks like a good solid play for the next few days. If only Bitcoin was chugging up like this, like Ethereum is right now. Hey Michael, am I invested in Saitama XRP? I have a little bit of Saitama, but I have more money in XRP. I'm just waiting for XRP to finish off its legal battles and just get back to business. And then from there, we're going to see the price freaking soar like a crazy. Hey, Brett, I feel like a raging animal from this COVID. Yeah, COVID's messing up the markets really bad. The good thing, though, is you saw today the stock market took a hit, but Bitcoin is not taking a hit, which is good news for Bitcoin right now. It's staying steady, steady Eddie, going sideways. I'll take it with a strong chance of breakout in the next 36 hours. Can you check the 50 and the 200 on Bitcoin, the EMAs? Sure, let me add those on there for you. Actually, let me. Oh, this is the symbol of charts. That's fine. I probably won't ever do this again because this is tedious. But one second here. I'm missing something here. WMA. Why isn't it giving me the option for exponential? It's not really giving me the EMAs here for some reason. It's just giving me the moving averages. For whatever reason, I'm not entirely sure. But as far as the just regular moving averages are concerned, you can see we just had a little bit of a bearish indicator a few days ago, which is why we had that big drop, or caused because of that big drop here. And we're just waiting. There's not much going on. We had the golden cross here, and what happened after that big boom. Right now, we're kind of just chilling and waiting for another breakout. But for some reason, TradingView is not giving me the EMAs. I'm not entirely sure why. I've never used EMAs though on TradingView. I'm not a fan of them. EMA, but this is a strategy. This is scripts. These aren't stuff you would normally want to do. Yeah, I have no idea why it's not doing it, but they're not going to be telling you much right now. The only ones that are really important are the ones on the 4-hour chart at this moment in time until we actually start breaking out, and then you can look at the 20 and the 50 going forward. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, no worries, Michael. Yeah, Mike, I was curious if you had thoughts on this type of coin with like 80% APY on staking. Not taking loss, but if you haven't heard of it, no problem. I mean, as long as the price is going to remain stable, which it looks like it's doing okay right now. I know it's a fairly newer coin back in September. As long as it, it has volume and they have a decent social media team, you can definitely do some great staking for it. And you're probably going to see it get pumped up like crazy over the next few months. So it can't hurt to buy some, stake it probably for, I don't know how long you'd want to stake it for, probably a short amount of time than longer. So you could try to sell it at a really good price. But because a coin like that, like with the lower market cap, can make over 80% in just a couple weeks. And so I'd rather probably not stake it until the price comes down dramatically, if that makes sense. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. How are the whales looking? Ethereum's getting long. Ethereum's getting shorter. Yeah, well, there's a lot more activity on Ethereum than there is Bitcoin right now. Look at that. Ethereum. Bitcoin shorted an hour ago. Shorts liquidated. So yeah, things looking pretty good right at the moment. Nothing too crazy. Let's see what we got right here. I've been watching this coin for most of the day. It's called Eternal. I don't know what happened to it. Looks fairly new on BitGet, but this thing, let me go to the day chart. It was up here at one point like $800. Right now it's almost in a free fall. I don't know if it's something to do like with ICP, how that worked out, but whatever coin this is, it just went into a free fall, and it looks freaking hilarious to watch this thing go down. I have no idea why it's going down though. Actually, let me see if I can find it. Eternal. Okay. Yeah, down 56% today. I don't know what's going on with the coin. Twitter. Let's see. Oh, they're trying to save it from going down, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, they're trying to calm people down from selling. At least they realize it's a crisis. Yeah, that is interesting. Okay. We don't have to look too much into that. But it is interesting to watch a coin like that just start to plummet out of nowhere. Probably there was a whale that started selling off his shares and they just started to fall in panic. It looked like it went up quite a bit before that drop, so. Hey, Brett, where's a good place to find news about a stock? Well, most of the time it'll be on whatever trading software you're using. If you're using like a TD Ameritrade or a Schwab or an E-Trade or a Fidelity type of thing, the news is going to be there no matter what stock you're looking at. If you want something that's a little bit easier and it's not like a trading platform, you can just go over here to FinViz. And if you want to look at a certain stock, you know, like Apple, you go down and here's all the news that revolves around Apple going. Like, this is what it looks like. If you want to build your own portfolio here, sometimes we just look at stocks to see where they're going. Like Tesla's the only thing that's, oh, even Tesla's gone down a little bit here. We kind of just see, hey, how would this pattern have worked out? That was a double top almost. Well, it's about to be a double top, geez. Boeing looking not too good. But yeah, this will tell you the news for everything in your portfolio. So anything you want to look at, you can just find it right down here. Or you can just go to news if you wanted to, but this is kind of this just says so much stuff, and most of it's not going to be even relevant to what stock you're looking at. Oh. Cream pie coin? Yeah. I would not buy that with a 10-foot pole. Looks like a very, very long cup and handle pattern forming out here, like a cup, slow dragging handle with a potential pop coming up. That's what I'm looking at right now. I don't know. Personally, I wouldn't be trading this. It has a $10 million market cap, so it's very tiny. So if you wanted to plop some money in there, you definitely could. But yeah, it's not something I'd trade. I don't like the names like that too much. Hey Jack, any thoughts on ICP? As far as ICP is concerned, it's a good buy and hold it right now. I don't trade it because I don't like the way they approach the market in the first place, so it's just kind of me not liking them. But it is testing out pretty closely to support. So if you guys did want to buy some ICP for potential pop later on in the week or later, yeah, or the month, I guess the month starts tomorrow, but you could definitely buy some. It should have a pop off pretty soon just because of altcoin season. If altcoin season wasn't really coming, it would probably still keep on going down. Hey Brett, FinViz? Yeah, FinViz. Yep. FINVIZ, but it's all one word. Yeah, Alex, I know I include that FinViz gives free technicals. Yeah, they're free. They're kind of bad technicals. The lines don't really add up too much, but it gives you an idea. And then if you're curious, you just bring that information over here to TradingView or whatever trading software you have. And then from there, you're looking at a pretty good, you can start doing technicals a little bit nicer than how FinViz does theirs. Like, let's see, I just find whatever. Microsoft here, excuse me. You see how this purple line goes through this candle? These candles right here, it's not supposed to do that. And that's why, you know, it's not a good way to do it. You just want to have it right here to here, but the computer just extended it for some dumb reason. So there's a bit of truth always in what the trend lines are, but you can see how they're just a little bit off, and that's why I'd recommend, like, hey, if you want something more precise, you see what it's trying to tell you. Well, just move that over a little bit over to TradingView, like, you know, open the chart up in TradingView and just do it yourself, and you're gonna have much more precise information going into your mind before they make that trade. Let's see. Yeah, no worries, Brett. And hey, Jason, hope you're having a very good evening, my man. I want to see if there's any actual stocks popping off right now. Oh, Stacks is going. STX. Voyager tokens going off. I told you guys I've been buying that one up. That's a nice rebound play too. Luna's doing okay. Let me check out this STX very fast. Wow, look at that. Yeah, this thing's had a freaking crazy boom. What's the 15 looking like? Taking a little bit of a breather, it looks like. This will be something to watch just short term. Let's see what's going on. I think we should be good. All right. Can you see BitTorrent? Yeah, BitTorrent's up about 1% right now. Nothing too crazy at the moment. Holding on to support, looking to break out here in the next few days. As far as what I see from BitTorrent, it should spike up here relatively soon. We just had a golden cross here not like a week ago, and we should be starting to kick up here and trying to test out this 0.004 level here pretty soon. There we go. If I kind of zoom out a little bit, you can see that overall pennant that we're looking at. We're at the bottom, so it's a good buying opportunity if you guys wanted to hop into it. You guys could do a short-term play up here. This breakout, you could see it. It's not too. This line is not going to be too important here, but once we break out of this, it'll be a good signal that BitTorrent's on the rise again. Well, let's go back to Ethereum. That's fine. Because I don't have the stacks on my watch list. There we go. All right. I haven't heard anything about PBTS. They should be going online soon for a bit in Ethereum mining. Oh, I don't even know what PPDS is. What is PPTS? PBTS. Keep on thinking of that local broadcasting stations. PBTS. PowerBridge Technologies. I'm not entirely sure what that is. Matic, yeah, we can look at Matic very fast. Matic wants to break out here pretty soon. You can see it testing out support. If it manages to break out, it'll be a good buying opportunity for you right there if you haven't bought already. Most people probably bought way back here at the initial breakout, but if you're looking for another opportunity right here, you could definitely look to buy it as soon as it starts to pop off here. And you can see how far away is this from Matic? It's like 2% away, not much at all. Maybe just like 4 or 5 cents. So this could be a good breakout play as well. We can watch this short term because I don't think Ethereum is doing much here, and Bitcoin's kind of going sideways until Bitcoin's pretty much going to be chill until it gets a huge boost in volume, and then we're off to the races. That's how Bitcoin's going to work out. But until then, you know, we just got to wait it out. Hey, Saul, I know nobody can wait for altcoin season. We all just want to make a bunch of money, sell at good prices, and then just you know, wait for the next altcoin season and start buying coins at lower prices going forward. Dog's biting up something. Oh, he's fine. But yeah, altcoin season is going to be fun. It's going to be really, really fun going forward. Hey Ryan, ADA, yeah or nay? ADA, as far as a technical standpoint, it's a good place to be buying. ADA has a wonderful spot to be buying right now. If you're worried about, like, I don't own any ADA because of all the news about how they may get delisted on other platforms, so I'm not in it. There's other plays out there that are good, but I'm just not in it just because of that. I'm just afraid of what may happen in the future with it. But if you're just looking at the technicals, ADA is like a really good buying opportunity right now. ADA is actually on support, or it probably was on support yesterday. Like, yeah, right here. It's a 5-minute chart. It was just there. So it looks like a good buying opportunity. You're having a double top here short term, but that's gonna be a crazy thing. So you might have another opportunity to buy here pretty soon. But yeah, from a technical standpoint, ADA is a strong buy at the moment. Yeah, support, trying to hold. If it doesn't work out for you, you're only going to lose like let's see how much. I mean, you could have a 10% stop loss or a 5% stop loss. I mean, how, like, you know, how safe you want to be. But right now, you're testing out that trend line, and everything else. You would assume Bitcoin's going to break out here pretty soon. So that would give ADA enough of a boom to go pop, 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 just like that. Although you can see that it's looking at a death cross at the moment. So who knows how it's looking to happen. You might just see a death cross happen like a few days from now. And then after that, a golden cross that happens really, really fast. And then it just starts popping off and going crazy for no reason. Or not for no reason, but that's what's going to happen. So that's a scenario. If you wanted to buy right now, just put a 5% stop loss on it. And let it ride to see what happens with it. Because at least of now, I haven't heard any more news about what's going on with ADA. I haven't heard any new delistings or anything like that. So if you wanted to buy it, it's still a good opportunity. American Dental Association. Hey Alex, Coinbase fixed the gain coin, but I lost 75% of my investment. Good thing I only put $200 in there. Yeah, well, get ready for a lawsuit against Coinbase. They what they did was really, it was their fault that all this happened, and so because of that, you're going to see a lawsuit get placed against Coinbase, and I would probably say look into it. You don't have to actually join the lawsuit, but I guarantee there's going to be a lawsuit against Coinbase because you only put $200 in there. People put tens of thousands of dollars in there again on Coinbase, and Coinbase stopped their ability to sell, and they pretty much just ripped off a whole bunch of people, because they took their fees. So it's gonna be hard. Hey Scott, good evening, my man. Good evening. It's a pretty slow night. We're just taking it easy. I'm what do you call it? I'm streaming a little bit later than normal. I think tomorrow I'm gonna what am I doing tomorrow? Tomorrow I'm making a couple tutorial videos for you guys, and I'll be posting probably one of them Friday. I guess you would say Friday. Tomorrow's Thursday. Tomorrow's Wednesday, yeah. So I'll be posting one of those videos here pretty soon. Oop, the dog goes underneath the desk. And then from there, I'll be posting some more technical analysis videos. I got to find some more videos to do technical analysis about, because most of the technical analysis videos I do for you guys, the Bitcoin ones and maybe the Ethereum ones are going to be like around 8 minutes. But you know, if I talk about ADA or maybe Doge or SHIB or something like that, it may just be a quick 3-minute video talking about technical analysis to let you guys know what's going on for that particular coin, only on the day chart, so you guys have a gist of what's happening at the moment. Hey, good evening, Ghost. Hey, Justin, Ethereum Classic, sure, yeah, I can do that for you. Alright, so Ethereum Classic is looking to break out right now. It's going to run into that 20-day moving average, which is going to be a little bit of resistance, but I still think overall it's still a good opportunity to be buying Ethereum Classic right now if you wanted to. You can see how it held on to the trend line. It's about to break out here pretty soon. That's what it looks like at the moment. And then you're going to be looking at the 20. You're going to be looking how it interacts with the 20-day moving average. We'll be looking at here with an opportunity for a golden cross. Yeah, I think right now is a good chance to be holding Ethereum Classic. You probably want to hold it for a couple weeks if you buy right now, though, because it looks like you have a nice boom. Otherwise, you're going to buy it when it breaks above $61.50, $49, which is at right now. Seems like a better price to be buying it, if you ask me. So I think Ethereum Classic is a good play. Let's do it on the 5. Yeah, it already broke out on the 5. It tried, having some trouble, but it's definitely trying to pop off there, and it's still grinding up a bit. Yeah, look at that. It's looking pretty darn nice. And you see the trend line for Ethereum Classic is way out here, so it definitely has a lot of room to come back down if it wants to before popping off and going crazy. So and meanwhile, we're just waiting for Matic to break out here as well. It looks like a lot of stuff was looking to break out. Again, there's no technical reason for why I'm saying this, but it feels like Bitcoin's just going to be kind of going sideways until it gets hit with a massive amount of volume, just surging it up. And that's going to be caused by whales. And then when you watch it in real time, it'll just be a freaking like, ooh, let's go type of stuff. Now those whales aren't going to take us to like 90,000 or something like that, but it'll get the ball rolling where we can pop off a little bit and start heading towards those levels of resistance that Bitcoin needs to start attacking and chewing down some of those walls. Do I own any Matic or Sol? Yeah, I own both of them. Hey Jack, how do you set a stop loss on KuCoin? Let me see if I can actually pull up KuCoin. I don't see if we can do it without logging in. Spot trading. Okay. Got margin here. Oh Jesus. Let me double check. I don't day trade on KuCoin. Yeah. Stock market now. Spot. I'm not sure. I'm not logged in. Oh, let me see. I don't even know if I have my password here. I just changed all my passwords. So nope. Okay, nope. Don't have my password. Okay, that's fine. I would suspect it's going to be somewhere down here at limit order market or stop limit. There may be another place right here. Otherwise, if it's not down here, they might not have a stop loss, but I think they do. Yeah. No, I don't see exactly where it's at. I would assume it's going to be somewhere over here, though. Pretty sure they have it, though. If not, just Google it. Google's going to be better at me at this point, just because I don't have my password on me. It's on a notebook down by my floor right now, because Loki took the book, but he didn't bite into it. There we go. Hey Yash, yeah, BitTorrent looks like it wants to pop off here pretty soon in the next like 7 days or so. Yeah. Is Doge going up or down this week from Neil and Kelly? Right now, if you look at Dogecoin, somewhat similar to BitTorrent, you can see how it broke out right here. It's testing out the 20. I think it's going to be fine. I think if Dogecoin blows up, it'll happen sometime in the next like 3 days. And then it'll try to test out this level up here at maybe 25 cents, get knocked down a little bit, and then try to rip off from there. That's what it looks like at the moment. But again, Doge has just been very, very heavy for some reason. So for now, let's just enjoy this little potential breakout. You don't even have to look at this breakout opportunity too much, because it's just that line keeps on moving, because overall Dogecoin keeps on going sideways and sideways and sideways. So you can see that line just moving a little bit more gradual each time. You don't even have to look at this line right here. This one makes a lot more sense. You're at the bottom. You're hoping it can rally back up. It's a decent buying opportunity if you wanted to get into Dogecoin right now. You're just going to be holding for the next few days and waiting for this big move to happen. Price target is probably going to be short-term 26 cents. If you're looking at something a little bit more like, let's say a couple weeks from now, it can definitely get back up to 31 cents here on a pop. It's going to need Bitcoin and hopefully some news to happen as well. Because if it gets back up here, guys, unless Bitcoin is doing something absolutely ridiculous and going to some crazy levels, you might assume that since it's done it so many times before, it's going to pop and then it's going to drop. Okay? So if Dogecoin does pop off here, don't feel bad if you want to sell some off and just buy it back lower if that does happen. Most people hold in these situations because we're always afraid that Dogecoin is going to just take off without us. But don't feel bad if you did want to trade that way. A lot of people do. Or if you wanted to just hold your current position and then do another trade right now, and then that's how you perform it. If you're buying Dogecoin right now, just make sure you have a plan and stick to it. Your plan may be to buy here, sell here. Your plan may be just to buy here and hold for a while and see what happens. Your plan may be to buy here, sell here, buy here again, and see if it goes up in the future. That's probably a little bit more risky, but there's a whole bunch of chances for you to make money on Dogecoin right now just by buying right now. Let's go back over here to Matic. My dog's right behind me. It smells like he farted. When he farts, you always gotta make sure he doesn't poop or something like that. Oh, looks like Trevor Young has you, Jack. Looks like Trevor Young is your new best friend. Hey Jack, when people say bullish reversal on the 15-hour and 4-hour, what are the differences? So it's talking about within that time frame. So you would rather see, to make the most profit, you would rather see a bullish reversal on a day chart rather than a 5-minute chart, because the 5 minutes can be something very short. Like let's take a look at Matic here. This is a bullish reversal. This is what you're going to call a double bottom. Okay, so I'm making a video about this tomorrow, actually, for tutorials. There's the bottom, okay? It doesn't have to be exactly a double bottom, and like in a perfect world, this is what a double bottom looks like. Desktop, YouTube files, patterns. Okay, double bottom reversal bullish. Down, up, dip, boom, and you can see the similarity down, up, down, like that, right? So on a 5-minute chart, this looks pretty nice and dandy. You'd prefer it to happen on a daily chart though, because that means it's a much larger move is to be expected, much more returns as far as percentage wise. So you can see right here, if you were to buy at the buying point here, the buying point at a double bottom is actually not here at the second bottom. You can if you want to. That's a good entry price. But most people would tell you to buy not here because you don't know. You know, see how it's not even exactly. So this might have not been a double bottom if you think about it too hard. Dude, what are you doing? My dog's trying to do something. Take a minute. You're not allowed to bite that. The proper time to be buying this is right here, as it crosses back above that plane. It's called the neckline. I just call it the resistance in the middle section. You can call it whatever you want to, but you get the gist of what I'm trying to say here. Once you do that, you're going to be holding on for a while. Now, this is a 5-minute chart, so you see if you would have bought this breakout, you had a maximum return of about 2.3% if you were just trading in a little bit. But if this was more of a day chart, that would be more likely to be somewhere about 8 to 9%, something like that. I want to see if I can find something there, or well, actually, here, I can do this on Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin had the opposite of a double bottom, it had a double top. See that's M, the W, now it turned into an M when you flip it over. So when you look at it like this, there's this neckline right here. Okay? Neckline. Went up, came down, retested it, came back down. We broke down below this trend line, which is another selling opportunity there. But once it came down here, this is the neckline, and once it broke down below the neckline, you open up a shorting position instead of longing, because this is a bearish reversal instead of a bullish one. And you can see on the 5-minute chart, we were only going to go up like 2.5%. I think it was like 2%. But with Bitcoin here on the daily chart, which makes it so much easier, is look at this. Now you had a maximum return of about 8%. Okay, so that's how it works out. That's why you normally, when you're looking at bullish reversals, that's why I do swing trading more than day trading. Day trading is all fun and it's nice and fun. Day trading is a lot better when you have leverage, which is why people trade it so much during the day. But if you don't have the ability to trade leverage, what you're normally going to be doing is doing swing trading because it's more reliable and much easier, and you're not subject to some of the same whims that you may see in other parts of the market. Crypto is a very manipulated place. You know, Bitcoin can be heavily manipulated. There's a lot of manipulation in most coins that you guys see every single day, but it's much harder to manipulate it for a whole day. And it's much easier to manipulate it just for like a half an hour if they really wanted to. So, but that's basically why it matters when it comes to bullish reversals and bearish reversals. It just means the impact is going to be greater on a daily chart than if it was on like a 5-minute chart or a 1-minute chart, or even a second chart. Remember, we look at Bitcoin all the time here, but there's usually something going on in these, and there's patterns even on the second chart, which is why I always tell you guys, ooh, let's just see what's happening here, because you never know what's going on. Somebody's trying to take a hit of, somebody's trying to bring this down a little bit. This is just teeny little second charts though. And you can almost see, I mean, this is, you can see almost a little bit of a double bottom here. Bottom. It's looking a little bit weird here, but just so you can kind of see that shape. And you can see how it didn't break out above this half right here. So people might not buy it, although it's a second chart, so it's not going to be as reliable. But you know, if this broke out of this potential double bottom here, and you bought it here on the breakout, that's like 0.14%. But you see how big of a movement it is according to that specific pattern. That's why it matters. And usually, something when you look at bearish reversals and bullish reversals and whatnot, if you're looking at something like a double bottom and stuff, a lot of times it doesn't happen as much in the crypto world as it does in the stock market. But if you're looking at a double top or a double bottom here, sometimes when you see these moves, like you see it came from this high up here to this low, 16%, sometimes you would expect that 16% drop, or here, let's see, 10,000 points. A lot of people would assume it's going to fall down another 10,000 points if it falls down below that one. Now this one didn't. It only fell down like 4,600 points because there was a Fibonacci level to save it. But normally that's what you'd be looking for right there. It doesn't happen all the time though. That's why it's more of a stock than a crypto thing. But you guys will learn this the more you guys look to trade and whatnot. Yeah, that just is it's going to be a little pop off here pretty soon. There we go. Hey, Ash, BAT. There's just a lot of buyers. It's getting pumped up. There's nothing wrong with BAT, though. It's a good play. Hey, John, do I think next year would be the year of the metaverse? I think it will. There's a lot of metaverse coins coming out, and it looks like a whole bunch of projects have started this year, and they're going to really have some like actual things they can do next year. So you're going to see them start coming online a lot more. I've been talking with a few, what do you want to call them? Coins people, whatever you want to call it, and just seeing like, I want to start playing these games in beta and show them to you to see how they're kind of coming along. I think it'd be a little bit of a fun thing that I could do in my free time. See, I got KuCoin last week and had stalled soul transfer from Coinbase that didn't go through until talking to customer service support. Does anyone know if this is a common issue with KuCoin? I've never had the issue with KuCoin personally, but I've never tried to send like another coin out. I usually send USTD or Ethereum through wallets. I never like to send any other coins personally unless I'm taking them offline into a hard wallet, but I've never had that experience. But I'm happy they was kind of able to get fixed up, but that's a really super like weird thing to have happen to you. There I go, just watching this stuff happen in a slow motion. What is it? Oh, this is that. That's the bottom line we had a couple seconds ago. Hey Neil, is ADA done? Not according to the technicals. If it breaks down, it probably will be, but right now is an opportunity to be buying it if you want to. I don't own any just because I'm afraid of what bad news may happen in the future. I don't want to expose myself to that risk, especially since I sleep for like 8, maybe like 6 hours a day now at this point. But I don't want anything to happen while I'm sleeping. Like a sudden news announcement saying, hey, you know, ADA is being delisted from Binance or something crazy like that. Hey Ghost, you have free time, Mike? I know, right? My money maker's over FTM. Oh, that's nice to see. Let's see. Hey Brightest, you think the metaverse is dumb and it'll all be a bubble that will pop, get the coins and ride them as they go up, then get out before folks figure out they don't really want to be in the metaverse? It depends. I think like grown-ups and adults aren't really going to be too into the metaverse. The metaverse, in my opinion, is just like a video game. Just like a video game. Not even a very entertaining video game compared to like, you know, Red Dead or Grand Theft Auto or some of the games I play. Even the Paradox games, which are very nerdy games. I think with this younger generation, though, they like the metaverse. And that's where the good stuff happens for them. But the young people, like the little kids and whatnot, they're not investors. So, but I don't think it's necessarily going to be a bubble. But right now, bubble's a weird word. Just like crypto, in general, it'll get really, really high and then it'll crash. So in that sense, yeah, it's going to be like a bubble like that. But I think metaverse coins are going to survive long term just because they're very social media friendly. I mean, they're so social media friendly. And if you guys notice anything about YouTube and Twitch and stuff like that, gaming is becoming a really huge thing. And if people can make money off of the metaverse, they will make money off of it. And you will see companies do everything they can to pump out as much money as they can from those specific coins. If you had 10K to put in for up to 2 weeks, what would it be? AMP, Sol, Ethereum Classic, Doge, BitTorrent. Probably a mix of Ethereum Classic, BitTorrent, and maybe AMP. Sol's a little too high for my blood right now as far as market cap's concerned. But I can see AMP, BitTorrent, and Ethereum Classic doing well. Probably most of it heading into Ethereum Classic, just because Ethereum Classic is pretty close to support, which, was it Ethereum Classic or was it BitTorrent there? They're both doing okay, though. Yeah, they're both next to support. BitTorrent looks pretty much the same if you look at it. See, BitTorrent's a little bit closer. But I think both of them are good plays as well as AMP. Nope, there's a little bit of a drop. We prefer if it didn't come below this level right here or this level, but we'll see. If this starts teetering, it's not going to be a good sign here. There we go. Hey, Alan, time nice to see you back, my man. Young people don't have money. Yeah, that's exactly my point. Hey Ed, can you check SHIB? Yeah, SHIB's not really doing anything at the moment. It's down about 5% at the moment. You see how it broke down. This is what I don't want to see happen to Bitcoin right here. See how it fell down below this low right here? Now you see it coming down more. That's what we don't want to happen to Bitcoin just now. There we go. Wow, this held over the 50, but still got rejected above the resistance here. That was the big thing. Not the 50, but the resistance. So this is going to take a pretty big dip down here. Maybe back down to maybe 4451 or something like that. Just a little bit further down. Hopefully it doesn't take a big dump. But you are seeing it. You are seeing it break down right now. And you're going to see most people that bought down here sell and look for a better buying opportunity in the next few days. Short term though, let me see. If you want to buy into it, look to see what happens with this 20 moving average on the 4-hour chart. That could be your next opportunity to buy, but it looks like it just had a little bit of trouble holding above some of these moving averages here, or it seems this level of resistance. That sucks. SHIB could have a really big pop-off day if it actually just held that one line. Matic is so close to breaking out, but at the same time, you're seeing Bitcoin get hammered here a little bit. Let's hope it doesn't come back below this. This is a 5. That could be something. That already broke down there. So that doesn't matter too much right now. Let's make this line a little wider. All right. And then we can see what's happening here as far as no, this isn't it's not right. He's doing something he's not supposed to, but he knows I can't do anything with him streaming. This is not the right spot. Let me do one more thing here. I know one of you guys told me a while ago about the raise. I'm going to try to use a ray here. There we go here. There we go. And let's see if we can change the color now to white. Let's increase that thickness a little bit there. 3x. And now let's go to the second chart. There we go. Don't know what it is about rays versus regular trend lines, but the rays do the trick. There we are. Overall, though, I want to see Matic have a nice pop off here, but it looks like Matic that's not the 50 on the 5. That's not too bad. Hey, this company, I would love to play CRO, but its top resistance keeps bouncing off of 70 and bomb support. 6 is not much room for profits. Yeah, CRO's fine. Personally, I'm not touching it right now. It's too expensive. The market cap is too high. They had a huge marketing campaign. Usually, when you have a marketing campaign, you can boost, right? But what you normally going to be enticing day traders or new traders that don't know how to hold through weather storms, so to speak. Thoughts on Victory Square? Let me take a peek of it. VST. I'll just pull it up on here. VST. It's not even on CoinMarketCap. Maybe Vistra Corp is what you're talking about. I can do this very fast. From a technical standpoint, this doesn't look too good at the moment. Dividends coming up, which means it's looking to come down. It's down about 1% today in the stock market. Off the map here. If anything, you're probably just going to be looking to short. He just had a golden cross, which is a pretty nice signal here. So maybe wait for it to come down a little bit more and see if it's able to pop off. The only thing I'm going to tell you here is just be very, very careful because COVID is messing up all the stocks. So as good as the technicals look here, this thing could easily be hammered just because of any potentially bad COVID news coming out through the media networks. So be careful with it. It looks like it should go up in the next few days or so as long as COVID is kind of contained. But if we see more drip, drip, drip of this COVID stuff coming out from South Africa, you're going to see this come down no matter how much it may want to break out. Hey Jack, ICP is a good buying opportunity at the moment. Yeah, that's a good buying opportunity at the moment. Hey Ricola, most people have staked it for 6 months. Yeah, I don't know why they did that. I mean, if they did it a while ago, yeah. If they did it more recently when it was reaching these all-time highs and whatnot, I'm just like, you can do that, but you know, the coin is not going to be as stable as you guys may think it will be. But as long as it's not too much money, it's an okay play. But if you're putting down a lot of money, that you're going to be missing out that money during altcoin season. So yeah, no worries, Brett. There you go. Let's see what Bitcoin's doing. No, it's still managing to hold just barely though. This is a pretty short trend line though. We really just want to see Bitcoin soar right now rather than kind of fall down, and we have to kind of wait a couple of days or wait another day for it to break out, or probably 12 hours or something like that. There we go, right here. Hey, Justin, Polkadot? Sure. Held on to support from the old trend line here. Hit resistance from the other trend line there. Looks like it wants to come down a little bit here. Just had a bearish indicator right there, bouncing off here. Almost a head and shoulders vibe to it. Although it did break down already from that, so it'd be okay. It doesn't look as promising as other coins here, but normally if it does want to boost up, if Bitcoin does break out tomorrow, you're going to see this either. Sorry guys, I'm like paying attention to my dog at the same time. Hey, hold on. Be right back. He was chewing up a book. No. Chewing up a book. That's bad. Let's see. No. Yeah, he's looking at me like he deserves a treat. But yeah, right now you can see this would have a pretty sizable jump if Bitcoin does break out tomorrow, because what's going to happen is it's going to break above the trend line here and above the 20. So you could potentially see it spike up from like maybe let's say $38, somewhere up here like 10% to like maybe $42, $41. That's what you're looking at tomorrow, if Bitcoin does have a nice breakout today. Hey Ken, me and my wife are watching you on the big screen. She seems to be interested in crypto. Do you have any advice for her? Start paper trading before you ever dip your before you dip your feet really into the market. I guess Ken's been here for a while, so I can tell you some of the basics, but take your time and learn how to trade, and like really think about doing paper trading before you step in. As much as the market looks like it's giving people a lot of money, which it is, if you're new and hop into the market, it won't be as pleasant as you may think it will be. But overall, if you do want to start going into the markets, start buying some books, start giving yourself like a day a week, just to kind of focus on crypto and teach yourself some stuff. It's probably only taking me about a couple hours a week to get started. And then from there, if you have more time, you're going to get more interested in it. But crypto is a really fun thing. It's really easy. It's not as strict as the stock markets. It's a little bit more unregulated. Well, it's a lot more unregulated, but it's a lot more volatile, and it can mess with your emotions quite a bit. So be careful if you decide to hop into the markets. But it's a lot of fun, and I encourage you to do it just at a very, very slow pace. A lot of people put their life savings into crypto after practicing trading for like a month, and I think they're some type of expert. You guys may have seen some. There's a TikToker out there, I forget his name, but he put his life savings into Bitcoin a while ago, and like he put it at the, like if you're looking at a technical standpoint, the worst time to put it in there as far as technicals were concerned. And then what happened, which was worse than that, is when it broke support, he didn't even sell. He just became a big old bag holder. And I think he sold it after a while, like I think like a month before Bitcoin started to boom back up. So, you know, crypto is an emotional ride, but it's definitely worth it. Just make sure you take your time before you start popping money in there, because people seem to not, you know, the market can give you money, but it takes a lot of money out of new investors' pockets and usually gives it to people like me who are full-time traders, because we're a lot more consistent about how we trade. And then what I'll tell everybody here, there's something called patterns in the market. This is for Ken knows this as well. He hears me preach it every single day. Learn patterns. When it comes to technicals, the patterns are going to be your life, you know, your life-saving grace, so to speak. If you can learn how to trade patterns effectively, you don't have to worry about much else when it comes to trading, unless you want to take higher risk. But if you want to do more low-risk trading and you just want to buy, hold for a few days, make some money, pull it out, you're going to be looking at swing trading, and then you're going to be looking at trading patterns. Here's a list of a bunch of patterns right here. Maybe I can make this a little bit larger. Can I zoom in on this one? No, it's not going to let me. Okay, well, you see patterns look like this. All right, ascending triangle, bullish, descending triangle, bearish. There's a whole bunch of different patterns, but if you take the time to learn, it helps you out a lot. It almost has to be like a school in some respects, but I'm going to be posting videos about me teaching you guys those patterns here sometime in the next couple weeks. I'm taking my mom to the hospital tomorrow to get some blood tests, so I don't know if I'm going to stream tomorrow morning, because we're leaving at 10 a.m., which is when I normally stream. But afterwards, I'm going to be pumping out, I think, like 1 to 12, maybe 2 to 12 videos. I'll post one on Thursday, and I'll probably post the other one on Friday or something like that to see how it works out. And then I'll probably do some other tutorial videos over the weekend as well. Let's see. Hey, Ghost, Loki's in timeout for real. Like, he demolished my book. I'm actually pretty ticked off at him. But I can just buy another book. But yeah, Loki's just getting on my last nerves right now. With Doge 2,500 on Doge, came up for 10K in 24 hours. Oh, that's pretty interesting. Yeah, no worries. Can't help to help you and your wife out. Let's see. Hey, Byte, do I pay attention to volume or strictly patterns? It's mostly patterns. Volume is very, very important. It's very, very, very important. Normally, you want to see those things working together. So if you see Bitcoin right here, and you see it breaking out, like if it came back up here, what you would want to see at the same time is a bunch of volume causing all of this to look very, very tiny, if you will, right? So it's both. Normally, though, I'm looking at patterns, and the main reason I look at patterns is, especially when it comes to the stock market, what I do when I'm actually looking for stocks is when I set up my screener for breakouts, it already has an average volume set in there. So there's always going to be volatility, which means I'm not going to be stuck with some type of thing that nobody wants, or the pump is going to be very dry and maybe the spread's going to be a little bit too bad. Just by setting an average volume in there, as far as the stock market is concerned, it saves me so much time when having to look at volume. I can trust that the volume is there, which is why you see 558 stocks, but that fits my, my specifications. I have a lot of stocks to choose from, and I just roll through the charts. A is breaking down. Apple's going up. We talked about that. Apple's probably coming down tomorrow if it doesn't break out. Well, this line's not right. Rejected. Ooh, 8. Yeah, you're just seeing stuff get knocked the frick down right now. Wow. Yowza. Hopefully the market can start to rebound, because some of these, like, look at this. AEP is close to breaking down. AGR just broke down. AGCO just broke down a while ago. AIRC just broke down. AIG just broke down. This is the time for buying puts, but you don't know if good old Jerome Powell is going to be printing money back into the market. At support, breaking down. Breaking down. That's a double top right there. Classic double top formation right there. Yeah, so I have a lot of different stocks I can look at, but I normally focus on patterns because I trust that the volume is already there. If you're looking at the crypto markets, it's pretty similar, but it's usually because the coins that I trade the most, if you look right here, they're usually in the top 100. which means I don't have to worry about volume all too much because they're being constantly traded over, 24/7, right? But you'd like to see an increased amount of volume when something big is happening. Like right here, you saw the build up, a little bit, big spike, and then what you saw is a big drop because everybody was selling off here. But if I was shorting this, I'd want to see as we broke back down, I would want to see tons of volume coming my way. So it works both ways. A lot of volume coming up here. If we manage to break out, you would want to see this volume sustain itself. When you see volume dropping off, that's fast. What volume basically tells you guys is how many buyers are out there right now wanting to buy up. As long as volume stays strong, you say there's still buyers, there's still buyers, there's still lots of buyers. And what happens? Let me go over here. This is the 5. This is the first opportunity we broke out earlier. So I'm just trying to show you guys the volume here. Volume is high. Volume starts dropping off. Whoa, volume is looking pretty low. I would be getting out right now because volume is very, very low. Hey, we just had a little bit of volume spike, but overall down, still pretty low. And right here, you see how, let me see if I can put this in. See how low the volume was right here before the drop? There wasn't many buyers. So if there's not many buyers and everybody just kind of selling, what's going to happen? So, yeah. So normally it's patterns, but when you look, normally it's patterns, but volume is very, very important. Volume is probably more important, but the way I set up my charts and everything, it's that I don't have to worry about it too much unless I'm really looking at a specific point that's very critical for the future price movement of a particular coin. But when I'm looking at like Bitcoin on the daily chart, I'm not really focused on volume, right? I'm not really focused on it. I see the volume's doing okay, nothing really crazy, not spiking too much. You see it spiked a little bit back here, but it hasn't been doing much crazy stuff since, but the price has still been able to move. Now, what you're seeing right now, the volume isn't doing too much here. The pattern is more important right here. But if you start going to like the, more day trading and stuff like that, volume becomes much more of a larger factor. Here, back over to seconds for Bitcoin. There we go. See itself falling. You see right now, Bitcoin. There you go. Not too big of a thing here, but short term wise, this could bring Bitcoin down for a little bit. So it's worth taking a peek. Did Matic break out yet? No, not yet. It's trying this. We can watch Matic for just a couple seconds. Hey, Brandon, thank you very, very, very much for the super chat, man. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, Mike, for your knowledge and insight. No hype, no BS. That's what we need. Hey, I appreciate it a lot. And I'm excited to start making some more tutorial videos here pretty soon. I'm going to do one that talks about trend lines and whatnot. But what I'm looking for is, I think, just some way for me to draw stuff down. So I might actually just use TradingView, zoom in so you can't see all the stuff on the side, like the numbers and whatnot. And just show you guys the different patterns, like, a double top, the neckline, the potential breakdown opportunity here, and stuff like that. And I'll probably just draw it on here in real time to give you guys some good information, and maybe with some cuts of me talking to you or something like that. But I think it'll be pretty fun. Now let's get rid of all this stuff. There you go. And I'll also be doing some about trend lines and stuff like that as well. Thank you very, very much, Brandon. And hey, Byte Media, thank you for joining the Ruby level, my man. I really do appreciate it. When you guys join the Ruby level, you guys get to ask any question you guys want to, as long as you guys aren't asking like too many questions. Sometimes it happens and I get overwhelmed, but besides that, we're usually pretty chill. So thanks, Byte Media, for joining the Ruby level, my man. Hey, Prince, happy holidays, my man. Let's see. I missed some stuff here, so hold on one second. Hey, Scott. Yeah, no worries. I appreciate it. Yeah, my mom has some type of illness. The doctors don't know what it is. They ran some tests on her on Saturday, I think it was. But you know how like your white blood cells go up when you have an infection? So they know she has an infection, or they assume she does, but they just can't find out what it is. So right now I'm just like, who knows what's going on. So I'm taking her to the hospital tomorrow to get the test done, and then we should be home. She's not going to be admitted, thank God. But she has to go to the hospital, get all these tests run up on her. So she's not too happy with it, but I'd rather her get the test than, miss something later, like to not know what it is and to get worse over time. Oh, let's see. Hey, Tanton, hope you're having a good evening, my man. And hey, Ghost, thank you very, very much for the super chat as well. I really do appreciate it. Hey, Alan, any books you recommend? I have a couple down in my description that talk about charting and technical analysis. I'd really say the technical analysis aspect is the best, and charting. Like, if you can, hold on, so I got a military plane coming over me, like a C-17 or something. I haven't heard a C-17 come over my place in a while. You guys might not be able to hear it, but I can hear it, so I'm stopping. I'm not going to talk for a second. It's pretty much done flying over. When you guys are looking for books, the number one thing I think you guys need to focus on is technical analysis and just starting to understand patterns and whatnot and moving averages and stuff like that. On top of that, I'd recommend getting some type of book about charting, hopefully something cheaper. You don't have to worry too much about charting. Charting is pretty much just setting up everything so you know what you need. So setting up your RSI, stuff like that. RSI, oscillators, all the type of stuff, you can definitely set it up there. Technicals are more about what you're looking at as far as the chart itself and not all the extra features added on. If you wanted to find anything else, there's always, you know, what I'd recommend, if as you guys start making money in the markets, you don't have to buy the book now if you're really new. Buy a book that teaches you more about long-term investing. I think those are pretty good. And then YouTube is also a great resource. Now YouTube, you might not, it's so hard for me to tell you guys to go look up YouTube tutorials because there are a lot of good tutorials out there, but at the same time, there's a lot of bad tutorials. So feel free to look at some good tutorials and bad tutorials out there. You'll kind of get a vibe pretty soon about how good or bad they are. But I do think it's worth checking on YouTube. But main point is technical analysis, number one, how to set up your charts, number two. You could probably find a YouTube video to do charting if you wanted to. I have a charting book just because I really do enjoy setting up the charts in a certain way, especially if you guys look to do stocks and stuff like that. It makes a huge difference how you guys have your chart set up. For crypto, I use TradingView, very, very easy, very, very nice. I don't have any problems with it. Other platforms have charts built into them like KuCoin, BitGet, stuff like that. Binance, I like those as well. But I prefer TradingView because I feel like it has a little bit more tools and a little bit more of a, you know, an arsenal there. If you're looking to start doing trading on something like a more reliable stock exchange, like not like Robinhood or something like that, TD Ameritrade, Fidelity, E-Trade, they're all very, very good platforms. And that's when you really got to figure out how to set up your charts. They're like, it's so much more important in the stock market than the crypto market, because overall crypto is very similar to, like, everything kind of revolves around Bitcoin, which makes life a lot easier. So I can talk about Bitcoin for the most part, and you guys get a gist of how the overall market's going to do, just because of what we're talking about as far as Bitcoin's concerned. So technical analysis, charting, and then maybe a little bit of a retirement book, not a retirement, but long-term investing book, just so you know what to do with some of the extra money. I feel like people, like, when they start making money in the crypto market or any type of market, they forget that they're supposed to put some of that money aside for longer term gains, because those longer term gains are much more reliable, you know. So hey, and should you be buying Ethereum right now? You could if you want to. It did just break out a couple days ago. It did just, excuse me, yesterday. It would have been better to buy the breakout. But if you wanted to buy right now, it's still an okay opportunity. It's just not the best opportunity that you've had over the last 24 hours. And hey, Byte Media, sub to your membership. Thanks for all the tips and answering your questions. Yeah, I appreciate it a lot, man. I really do appreciate it. And pretty soon as well, I'm going to have specific videos just for members out there. So I'm excited to see how those ones do as well. They may not get many views because I think I only have like 500 members or something like that. But I think, you know, you guys support the channel, so I want to give you guys some good content as well. Hey, thanks, Ghost. I appreciate it a lot. When you stake a coin, if it rises in value, do you still get the gains? Yes. Or are you basically taking the coin off the market? No, you still get the gains if you're staking it, but you still get the losses as well if it goes down. But your interest is what's going to be changing as well. Let's see, unless you stake it in a certain way where it's like locked interest. Hey, Zenith, I appreciate it. Hey, Tim, what about Litecoin? What is Litecoin doing? Nobody ever talks about Litecoin because Litecoin did some fun stuff, then it kind of died off. Let's go to the day. It's still a good buying opportunity, just like at most other coins out here. It's looking to pop above the 20-day moving average here sometime today or tomorrow. We just had a golden cross here, which means we should go up even higher in the next few days. Looks like it did find its bottom here. I think Litecoin is a good play. It did have a little bit of a boom a couple weeks ago, and then Bitcoin kind of wrecked that for it. But I think overall, Litecoin is still a very good play going forward. But it's going to go something like, it's going to be a random little breakout here. What's Bitcoin looking on the 5-minute? Are we getting closer back up here? Okay, we didn't fall down below it though. We didn't fall down below that level. Well, not yet, at least. If we are. Excuse me. I want to keep an eye on it because I really want to see this breakout. Well, maybe. I don't know if it is, but I'd want to see it break out. Hey JJ, trading in the zone? What do you mean by trading in the zone? Hey Brandon, Mike, my dad was in the hospital, same thing. He was in the hospital for 5 months. They could not figure it out, but he ended up being sepsis. Maybe that's something with my mom. I'm not entirely sure. I'm hoping the doctors are going to be able to figure it out. They run tests on her every week though, because she goes to dialysis like 3 times a week. So they normally have a pretty good idea of what's in her blood. I just have they don't know what it is right now. So we'll see what happens with it. I'm sure she'll be fine. And like I said, she's not being admitted to the hospital tomorrow. They're just going to one of those like little side buildings where you run all the tests and stuff like that. So I think she'll be good to go. Oh no, Bitcoin, break through that death cross there on the 1 second chart. Let's see. Hey, thanks, Alyssa. And no worries, Tim. Hey, did you hear what Yellen had to say about Bitcoin? No, what did she have to say today? I knew that her and Jerome Powell were talking to Congress today, but I didn't hear what she had to say. I'm hoping it was good, but I have no idea what she said, to be honest. Do I think it's a good time to be buying Solana and AVAX? Again, there's better opportunities to be buying them a few days ago, so you're kind of chasing them at this point. But yeah, if you wanted to buy them for a big pop sometime next week, you could buy them right now if you wanted to. Hey Miguel, big money invest in crypto. Would you recommend to hold long term or buy and sell once in a while? Let's say example, 0.24 Ethereum Classic. Well, normally the best way to make money in the crypto market is just to buy and hold, right? That's pretty common knowledge. If you wanted to make more money quicker, though, you're going to be looking to buy and sell over and over and over again, and just taking up some small to medium-sized profits and keep your portfolio growing each and every time. So the only thing is, when you do that, you open yourself up to more risk, which means you could definitely lose money in the short term, medium term, and long term because you keep on trading and trading and trading. I'd probably say the best thing to do right now, if you're not really sure how to do much day trading here, what you'd probably want to be doing, sorry, I'm like stuttering a little bit. What you'd want to be doing is putting that money in there for the long-term gains, long-term hold, and in the meantime, start practicing paper trading. So that way, when you are ready to trade, you have some capital that's been growing over a while, and then you can start trading with that and, learning the ups and downs of the market with your real capital. Hey Ryan, still looking to break out the next few weeks? It looks like it, especially with Bitcoin looking to break out here in the next couple days. Let's see, trading in the zone. Oh, it's a book. Oh, I haven't read it. You can usually get a preview, see if you like the style of it. That sounds like more of a mindset book, but I have no idea what it is, so I can't really speak up to it. Technical analysis books are just something I'd recommend if you wanted to find one book. Just focus on a technical analysis book. I have a book right here. My dog got to it, so I'm sorry. You can see how the dog kind of chewed up some stuff. Dog ate my homework type of thing. Hey, boy. But this goes over, let me just read the table of contents for you guys as far as this one's concerned. Getting started with stocks. No, let me go over here. All right. I'm just going to read the getting started with stock charts, viewing the money trail through different lenses, using chart tools for decision making, getting organized and managing stock trends, personalizing your stock charts with styles, using charts to minimize your emotional roller coaster, focusing on chart settings, reading a price chart, charting different time periods, seeing what's trending with line charts, spotting differences with bar charts, and it pretty much goes over a lot of stuff that you guys will probably never actually have to do, but it's useful if you ever want to talk about it. It's my job to kind of teach you guys some stuff, so you know, I try to learn a little bit more than I normally have to. But like, let me see, if we look up at Matic right here, what if we looked at like this? This isn't too much of a different candle system here. You can go with the area. Area looks fine. You can do straight up a line if you wanted to. There's a whole bunch of different ways you can look at charts. I normally stick to candle bar charts or area charts every now and again. Area charts are just good for realizing, whoa, we've come up a long way. We might need to take a little bit of a breather here. So that usually helps before you buy a pump and dump type of thing. A lot of people like to FOMO, and area charts are really good at stopping you from FOMOing if you take a quick peek at it beforehand. Like if you were to buy SHIB day here, you could definitely see like, whoa, it was down here and it popped up like a crazy amount. You could definitely see when it was up here, I should probably start thinking about selling some off. Not even all the way up here, but it could just be around here like, whoa, this is pretty insane here. I need to be careful. And then we looked at all the other technicals and we could clearly see it was coming down and so forth. So, you know, we all need to sell somewhere up here, but you know, there are tons of different ways you guys can learn how to trade. Bars is the most reliable in my opinion, but you know, it's charting is useful. Nobody ever talks about it too much because they kind of wind it into technical analysis, which I kind of do just for your benefit. It makes life a lot easier. But you know, I forgot the original question I was asked, but yeah. So that's the gist of it. Let's go back over here. Still taking a tumble, man. Oh, there needs to be some more buyers in the market right now. Until then, let's see if we can hold on to the 20 here for Matic. I really want to see Matic have a pop off. She was very negative about all the crypto. She sees it as no useful need for any crypto. She feels it interferes with the financial stability of the US. Obviously, she doesn't understand crypto. Yeah, well, remember, so I hate to use a Trump term, but you know when they talk about the swamp, you know, the swamp, which is Washington, D.C. Remember, she's taken tons of fees from big banks. Big banks hate crypto right now, as we talked about earlier in the year. Big banks hate crypto because think about just think about in this channel. There's like 100 people watching right now, not a lot, but within us, we have probably all together, not even like just kick me out of it. All of you guys probably have a total of, let's say, $100,000 available to trade in the market. Okay, if we had Secret Fish in here, we probably have millions of dollars to be eligible to trade in the market. Well, that's millions of dollars that you guys are investing in crypto. That's not in the stock market, first of all, and third of all, it's not in the banks. It's not in the bank account. So if it's not in your checking account, that means Chase or Wells Fargo or any of these major banks, USA Bank, whatever, KeyBank, whatever, they don't have that money in their accounts to be able to lend it off and make money off of your money, right? And they're mad about that. So they're trying to do everything they can to find a way to profit off of crypto, or at least stop you guys from moving your money out of those accounts. A good example of this is I think it's in Texas as well as New York. You've seen that they put down some more restrictive laws on crypto, like much more than you would say in like a Washington or a Florida or Pennsylvania or California, anything like that. And so you see certain apps in New York, you're not allowed to trade crypto because that's a huge financial system. They don't want you to be able to move your money out of your accounts and move it over to crypto. They just don't want you to be able to do that. I have a friend, his dad is a millionaire, like a multi-millionaire. He lives over in, what's the little island? It's next to Seattle. Whatever it is, it's a very, very nice island. It's very, very expensive. Mur Island. Gosh, what is this? It's gonna kill me if I don't look it up here. Maps. Mercer Island. Oh yeah, there you go. Mercer Island. It's over here in Seattle. Mercer Island. It's a very like ritzy neighborhood. You can tell the waterfront property on there. But he put 2% of his total net worth into Bitcoin. He did it a while ago, and Bitcoin was like at like $50,000. And so it's just to him it's a huge hedge against the dollar. He doesn't know that much. Well, he knows a lot about crypto now, but he thinks of it as a massive hedge. So as the dollar gets weaker and weaker and weaker, you're going to see Bitcoin get stronger and stronger and stronger and things like that. But that's 2% of his net worth. I mean, like a multi-million, like heavy millionaire, whereas like his house is $5 million, right? And he just that's all money that's not going to be inside of a bank. A bank can make a lot of money off of like a few $1 million or like $5 million. I don't know how much exactly his net worth is, but you get my point. Banks don't like crypto because that's money that they don't have in their accounts. Banks make money by lending out your money or using your money for other things. That's the way it works. And if your money is in Robinhood or Voyager or BitGet or KuCoin or Binance or something like that, well, when you see something like that, that just means those companies are able to use your money too. You guys may know BlockFi, I think that the name of the company is called. BlockFi, what they do is they use your money in your accounts to loan it out to other people. They're kind of they're kind of thinking ahead of this. So they're kind of a bank that got involved with crypto, and now they're just using your capital to loan it to other people. And they give you interest rates and stuff like that, which is really nice. And their interest rates are much higher than the banks and things of that nature. But you do see a lot of those new companies popping off because there's a whole new market there and they want to make a bunch of money off of it. And that's why I told you guys that I've been buying up a lot of coins that are involved with, how do I say this? Like just exchange coins. Because normally those coins over time are going to be powerhouses because they're going to have so much capital in them. And then eventually over time, they will turn into banks, these exchanges, and they will be able to loan out your money. Think of a TD Ameritrade and E-Trade, stuff like that. Those people loan out money all the time. Like if you go over here to TD Ameritrade. Oh, well, I've never actually been to this page before. Investment products. Stocks, options, mutual funds, futures, forex, margin trading, crypto, whatever, all this type of stuff. IPOs, dividend, whatever. They use your money to sell lots of stuff, right? Maybe you guys want to hop into mutual funds. You guys can do a lot of stuff. Or they have special savings accounts with higher interest and stuff like that. They use your money to do all these types of products. That's nothing new. It's just that it's become banks are getting hit harder. Like the more traditional banks are getting hit harder, so they're not fans of all this new stuff coming out. And Janet Yellen represents that the banks. She doesn't represent like the new crypto crowd. She's she just doesn't understand it. You're right. She doesn't understand what crypto is, and we'll see how that works out. Hey, Justin, CRO could be a good to long-term buy if you wanted it to be, but when I look at it and I look at CRO, let me go back over here to. It's at $17 billion. Of course, it can go higher. I'd prefer to put my money somewhere else where I think it can grow at a little bit of a faster rate. Right? Ooh, look at, oh yeah, we talked about Stacks earlier. Stacks is still doing pretty good. But I prefer to put my money, for a long-term hold, I prefer to put it in smaller coins, smaller market cap coins, somewhere under $200 million that have a good, good idea of what's going on. Whoa, SafeMoon is plummeting right now. Oucha. But yeah, that's why I put most of my money in here. Wow, there's some good runners here on the second page. Yeah, wow. Okay, that's very nice. Sorry, just looking that up. There we go. What's Bitcoin doing on the 5 here? Looking to break down here. This isn't too big of a trend line here. It just started earlier today, so it's not too crazy. Earlier yesterday. But let's see what happens as we approach this. We've already broken down below it once and it spiked back up, so don't feel like it's some big thing. I'm more concerned about the upside here, not so much of the down. More importantly, look at Matic trying to break out here. I really want to see Matic break out. Let's see. Hey Scott, that's hilarious that the dog actually ate your homework. It wasn't my homework, but it was work that it was stuff I was working on. Just notes about YouTube and stuff like that. But yeah, he's in trouble. He's in trouble tonight. He's not getting any more treats for the day. Less loans because people have cash. Yeah, exactly. That also hurts the banks a little bit as well. But remember, a bank's job is just to make money. That's all they're there for it to do. And think about it like this. A bank right now is going to give you less than like 0.01%. Like it's going to give you like 0.01% APY returns, you know, for the year. You could just move your money over to Voyager and they're going to give you 9%, 9% APY. 9%, 0.01%. Which one are you taking? I'm clearly going to take the 9%, right? Hey, Mercer Island, exactly, yeah. Let's see. Hey, Sleeping Giant, I don't know exactly how much you're going to make off of Ethereum in the next 10 years. As far as paper trading is just buying and trading stocks and or cryptocurrencies with paper money. Paper money means it's not real, it's fake. It means I can do fake trades and practice out different strategies without risking my own capital. Hey, Sleeping Giant. Oh yeah, Webull does it if you want to use an app. If you're looking to paper trade crypto, especially trying out to do leverage, I have a couple links down below. One of them is for BitGet. They have paper trading there. I like it a lot, and it teaches you how to trade with leverage as well, which is a lot more useful if you like to day trade crypto. Let's see. And TD Ameritrade has it, yeah, for stocks. I'd recommend TD Ameritrade over Webull though. But if you want to use an app, Webull is a pretty good one. Let's see. Hey, Steel, do you think RVN is a good long-term hold? It has a halving soon. As far as long-term, sure. I think there's more money to be made if you just do the halving play, especially as it kind of times up with the Bitcoin boom coming up pretty soon. So I think it's good to try to take advantage of both of those things happening at the same time. Hey, JJ, how do you feel about Doge? Doge so far has been pretty much a disappointment. The only good thing for Doge coming on right now is it's close to having a golden cross, which is a very bullish indicator. And when that happens, I think we're going to be able to test out 26 cents plus here the next week or so. Because Dogecoin should have a spike, especially if Bitcoin's able to break out here pretty soon. Let's see right here. There we go. Okay. But so far, guys, we're doing okay. What's your opinion on the debt ceiling deadline and how bad the bears use that? It's not too big of a deal right now. I only think it's not too big of a deal because I don't think they're going to actually like default on it, if that makes sense. It may hurt the stock market, but the crypto market should be fairly fine because of this news. Just because they never it rarely ever defaults. I don't even think the last time we default. No, that's the national defense thing. I don't really see us defaulting here unless the Democrats do something like incredibly stupid. Yeah, I just don't think it's going to be something really big that's going to happen. Over the last few years, it hasn't been too much of a problem for Bitcoin when it's trying to go a little bit higher. Oh, there we go. And you see Matic trying to break out right now. We'll see how that works out. Meanwhile, Bitcoin's trying so hard just to stay afloat at the moment because you're seeing a whole bunch of coins right now. FTM up 3%, Sol up 4%, STMX up 2%, XLM up 2%. You don't want to see those coins go down if Bitcoin comes down because they'll have a larger swing than the other ones. Let's see. Hey, Legal Eagle, happy to see you back, my man. And what do I think about ADA? It's at a good buying spot right now. It's a good buying opportunity. It's at support. I'm not buying it purely for the fact that I'm not entirely sure if other exchanges are going to look to delist ADA. If you know, I don't know what this regulatory concerns that eToro had, but I'd really hope that I really hope that whatever they are, they get fixed up here pretty darn soon. And now we're breaking below this little bit of support level here. Didn't I have a trend line here, or did we already break down below that trend line? No, it's still down here. Okay, that's fine. Okay. We're still pretty far from that trend line. There we go. Wow, there was some type of wall here. Gotta love watching walls. There it goes. Got popped off. Yeah, somebody had a nice safe wall here for us, and somebody had to short that sucker down to get it coming back down here. That's pretty interesting. Let's see if it's able to break back above that risk support level though. Come on. Yeah, somebody's trying to push us down. All right, we'll see how this turns out though. Meanwhile, Matic is still looking to break out, which is a nice sign. Matic's up about 7% right now. I'm just hoping that this little bit of a Bitcoin drop won't hurt Matic's chances of breaking out right here because it's so close. Sleeping Giant, think in terms of what crypto is going to give the best gains percentage-wise. Yeah, that's true. How does money link to TradingView? I don't trade off of TradingView. I trade off of exchanges. I just do my technicals on TradingView for crypto that I buy. I don't actually trade off of here. If you guys wanted to do it, I think all you have to do is actually right-click, and you should be able to do something like buy or something like that. Trade. Create new order, trading settings. If you hit trading settings, maybe. No. If I just hit trade buy, there you go. Log into your broker account to start trading. I don't actually do this here. You probably go over here to settings, desktop app. No, I don't know. I'm assuming it's probably going to be on the main page then, unless I go over here, news, data, hot list. Panel. Yeah, but how do I log in here? Oh, there you go. Sorry, I just had to drag it up. There you go. Paper trading by TradingView. That's if you want to do that. AMP, Tradovate, Oanda, Alpaca. So Gemini, you got a bunch. I think the number one is probably TradeStation over here. If you're looking for stocks, I think that's number one right there. If you want to do Forex, you can do Forex as well. So there are some accounts you can do right here if you wanted to. There you go. So I just forgot. I never bring this up here. The only time I ever use it is for strategy tester, and that's to see how how valuable the strategy is, or if the strategy is working or not. There. Oh, let me get rid of this. No, none of you guys will ever trade by blocks like that. Well, at least not for a while. It's really fun if you do, though. It's really fun, especially if it's something that's moving up pretty fast. Yeah, somebody is trying to hold Bitcoin down. We need a bull to come in here and really start popping this back up. Pop it. Yeah, somebody at the moment is trying to steadily short Bitcoin here and stop us from going. When you see stuff like this happen on the second chart, you can see clearly a wall, and that's why I said we need somebody to pop it off right there. That's exactly what had to happen. So it's fun stuff like this. There's a mini battle going on between whales. You can just appreciate it. It doesn't mean much at the moment, but you can just appreciate that there's like a little bit of a battle right now between different whales and the walls that are sitting up for each other. There you go. Bookmap says a large imbalance of buyers for most of the liquidity is set to 50, 51 to 53 more than there are sellers above. All the sellers keep moving the price well down. Well, I definitely believe that. You saw that a little bit of that just a couple seconds ago, and you're seeing longs came in here and popped us back up to a reasonable level. It's going to take a little bit more than that for us to stay above that yellow line, though. But overall, I'm not too concerned about Bitcoin. It could still take another day for us to break out, unfortunately. Hey, Irvin. Thoughts on Ethereum Classic? I like it. I think it's a good buying opportunity right now if you wanted to look into it. If Bitcoin does break down a little bit more here, and it comes down to like maybe 56,000 or something like that before breaking out tomorrow, I think it'd still be a really good opportunity to buy. I think under $48, maybe $47 is a better price target if you're looking to enter into it. But, you know, give it a couple weeks and, you know, you won't really care if you buy it at $48 or $46. Hey, Purple Radioactive, a shark. There definitely are some battles going on at the moment. I always enjoyed those battles quite a bit, though. Anything else I'm looking at? No, not the moment. Just taking it easy. Just taking it easy right now. Hoping for Matic to have a nice breakout here because you could see some volume really start to spike up there pretty soon if it does. Oh, my dog's taking a nap. He's just chilling. No, should be good from here. All right, let's see what else we got going on. I think for the most part we're good, guys. I looked at this Eternal. It's new on Bitgate. Look at this. It's just plummeting down here. Look at the 5. I looked at it a little bit earlier today. How? Oof! My gosh, just coming down. Granted, this is a 5-minute chart, and the price a while ago was at like $455. It has just started to plummet here. Just absolutely start to plummet. But it looks like it's trying to find its support. So if you guys did want to buy this, could be pretty fun. I guess it is breaking down to that support though, but you probably have the stop loss down here at 135 or something like that. But the 50 is coming down. This is ready to pop back off a little bit. That could be a fun trade. Anything else I'm looking at here? No, that's about it. Yeah, not too bad. Any suggestions on coming up meta projects? I've been tracking a few. I think right now is probably a good time to be looking at some of those early metaverse projects. I joined one just as kind of a YOLO to have fun. I think I'm down like 40% right now on it. I didn't really invest that much money. I only invest like a couple $100 like I always do. But the one I looked into here, metaverse, or some of the ones that are so new that they're actually not on TradingView just yet. You can't actually track their market caps. Some of the ones very close here. I bought this 0 one. It says Lelouch Lamproof. It's like their old coin that they're doing. They're revamping everything, and it's just going to be called 0. And I'm pretty sure they're going to get rid of this name. I know the guy that's marketing the coin. We met on another Telegram page, something like that, because the only way you can talk to people about this is on Telegram. I've known him for a while. And he used to be a big marketing guy for a Fortune 500 company. So I'm just like, oh, yeah, I'll give it a chance to see what if he's able to do anything with it. But right now in this particular coin, there's a whole bunch of FUD. A whole bunch of people are terrified of losing money on it. So probably not the best one for you guys to be hopping in at the moment. I'm just, again, it's a YOLO play. Other ones you may be looking at, or stuff that's kind of been like going sideways or down. Usually they can try to turn it around a little bit. If you're looking for something more reliable, I just go to the 30-day and see which coins are doing okay. I usually avoid the coins that have already popped off a little bit, like you see Hi-Fi Gaming Society and whatnot. I'll normally try to find a coin that's only up like 30%, 20%, 10%. They're just slowly growing. You want to get those slow growing coins before they really start to pop off here. Is there anything else going on here last week or so? Maybe Multiverse AI could be something good here. The only thing is it's hard to find the market cap. See, there's no market cap right here. So you kind of have to go onto the website, go down, hop onto their Discord or their Telegram here. Only like 1,600 members on Discord. That's a tiny community. That's where you want to buy in cheap. And then usually they have some type of command structure where you can where you can look up the charts and stuff like that. But I don't know, this is a pretty new, you can see how new this is right here. There's nobody even talking in general. Price talk, okay, price talk is what it is. Somebody asked today, what's the market cap? Exactly, I don't know. So it's stuff like that where you have to be careful, but they'll help you buy the coin and stuff like that if you ever wanted to. But it's usually those coins that are just kind of teetering along sideways or gradually going upwards. Those are usually the coins I look at because over time they're positive enough where people continue to buy into the coin, making it go up and up and up and up. But it's early enough where they haven't started going parabolic, so you're not going to be worried about how much those gas fees are. If you want to buy one of those coins that you can only do swapping for, it could cost you anywhere from $70 just to make that trade up to, like, I've seen $300 for a trade. So it can be very, very crazy, and I would never buy something like, I would never pay $280, $300 for it just to buy a couple $100 worth of coins, right? Now, if you're buying thousands of coins, you can definitely do that. Oh, look at this. Matic is trying. Let's go, Matic. There you go. Metaverse index is running upwards. Yeah, but I like the metaverse a lot, guys. I really do like it. Now buying and holding it's going to be a little bit tricky since a lot of the coins have already popped off. But it does have the volatility. If you guys did want to do some shorting swing trades or buying long swing trades, the volatility is there for you guys to make some money. Just be careful and stick to the patterns. I'd recommend if you guys are trying to look at metaverse coins, pick one that's going against the grain. It'll honor its technicals a little bit more. Otherwise, you're going to put up some of like the big dog metaverse coins and use those as your Bitcoin, so to speak, to follow some of the other metaverse coins if you're looking for buying opportunities there as well. Oh, and it tapped right on it just now for that Matic breakout. Anything else here? No. It's trying. It's running in a resistance at the moment. Let's see. Let's hope it can continue going up here though. Matic seems like no, there. Same time as Bitcoin having its little mini surge right there. So it popped it just barely, but it did pop that resistance. Hopefully, it can keep on moving forward here. We can put Matic on the 1 second. Oh, excuse me, the 1 minute chart here. See what it is. God, there's a bunch of planes flying over me today. Finally out of a bag, holding yes on Matic. Hey, there you go. Let's see. Well, we gotta see if it wants to break out and hold. It hasn't even held yet on the 1 minute. I'm still, well, it pops, it drops, and it continues to go higher, so I'm not too concerned. This is what the minute chart's so much more emotionally taxing, if that makes sense. There we go. Let's watch that there. Hopefully it's able to break out. We need Bitcoin to keep on hurrying up though as well, because this may be, you know, you've seen it probably a few times, Ghost. It may break out a little bit, come back down, and then break out a little bit more later on. Kind of like what Engine did the other day. We were talking about that one. Broke out, went up a little bit, came back down underneath the resistance, then really popped off. I hate when the coins do that because you got to sell, but then you want to buy back in real fast. Yeah, somebody is trying to short Bitcoin right now. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but you know, there's a lack of buyers that we're looking at in the market at the moment. But you are seeing Matic volume steadily increase here on the 5 minute candle, so hopefully that volume will still increase going forward. Hey Tamong, is Matic going to break out? It looks like it wants to. It looks like it wants to. I would suggest just putting on your watch list for tonight if you guys, or later on for today if you guys are like, you know, it's daytime for you guys. But you could definitely buy right now in the breakout if you did want to. But it broke out. It broke that level of resistance, which means it might come back down a little bit for a dip and rip, or it's just going to try to keep on grinding up here slowly. Pretty nice move at the moment though. Yeah, the cup and handle on Engine. Yeah, that was a really good cup and handle. It was textbook. It was really, really nice. Talking Engine, what are you saying? A week month long hold? I think you'd be fine with it. I'd say try to play a pattern. Engine had a very good pattern. Like it did a perfect cup and handle. Me and Ghost were talking about it, and it was a solid trade for that cup and handle. I think it'll be a good hold for a month, though. I think it'll be a good hold. Now we're just waiting for Matic to really pop off here, though. It's just being patient. We got 21 seconds until we get a new 5 minute candle here. Let's see. Come on, pop up a little bit here. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Closed above it. Kind of gapped down a teeny bit afterwards, but let's see. I mean, it should be fine, but we'll have to wait and see how it performs. If Bitcoin can have a little bit of a rally as well, that'd be kind of helpful for the price action of it. You can see how it's still teetering right now. There's just another wall. Here, hold on a second. Remember when I talked about these like little walls here? See that exact wall? What you're gonna need to happen is a big pop, little jolt of volume here, which means some medium to whale sized traders are gonna have to do a big spike in there. Otherwise, you're gonna start to see volume decrease just a little bit, where you start to see it plummet down for a little bit to take a little bit of a breather. Because it can't stay at this level for long. It has to make a decision, and as hard as that is, you know, sometimes you just have to watch and wait. But you know, the second chart shows you a lot, but you can mostly see this on the minute chart if you're just kind of paying attention to it. But it's kind of hard to imagine a second chart just with all this type of stuff we're looking at. I mean, you can see the support. What you're looking at is the bid versus the ask right now. That's the spread. And we're trying so hard just to get above that one line right there. Volume coming in. A little bit of volume came in right there. Can we get that pump there? Waiting for a spike. Itty bitty volume isn't going to help it out. We need like a nice long candle there. We can keep that wall in for a second. Here, I'll put Bitcoin something on something else though, like a 5 minute. Yeah, you can see Bitcoin testing out support still. This line isn't too important after all. That's fine though. Well, I guess it hasn't broken down just yet. You can put Bitcoin on the 15 minute. Watch this bad boy play out. That wall. You know, I'm wondering if this is more honest of a trend line than what we were just looking at as far as the 5 minute. You see how like it barely tapped right there? I wonder if the second chart is more accurate. Oh, there's that spike in volume. See how it went right back up to that wall. There's a pretty heavy wall there. If it breaks out of that wall, it's a good buying opportunity. Yeah, this is a nice little whale battle, but there needs to be enough volume there to really push us up. There we go. Let's see. Hey, Ghost, draw your trend line on Matic. It's following it. Oh yeah, the trend line right here. Yep, it's following it exactly. It's just so freaking hard. Like, I want to see this thing pop off. And you're seeing how people are getting impatient because it kind of does these little lumps here. We want to keep on fighting up here and not down here. The longer we stay down here, the more likely we start coming down even further. So at support, we just dropped down below it. And so we'll probably have to wait a little bit here, but let's see. If there's enough buyers, you can see each little second tick, tick, tick down, a little bit more, tick, tick, tick down. Again, if we have a big jolt of volume, that could definitely help us out. But now you can, you know, it's hard right now. It's hard. There we go. It's because Bitcoin's looking to test out support again. Held support once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times in the past like couple hours here. We've got 11 minutes though, but it looks like Bitcoin's trying to make a move down. Bitcoin's trying to get shorted here just a tad. So we'll see what happens. We've come down this far in the last few minutes again, and we've been able to bounce back up. There we are. Hey, Ghost, taking profits, those people? Yep, exactly. Yep, they're taking profits right now. Most day traders, when they buy at those lows, they normally scale out at resistance, and then they let the rest of it ride off to see if they have enough momentum there. But that's the very conservative trade. That's how I would normally trade, and I would leave some in there, or I would start a whole new trade if it actually broke out. But since the breakout isn't a certainty, at least the testing out is more of a certainty than the actual breakout. That's how you're going to trade a lot at a much safer level. You're going to see a lot more older traders do that as far as like longer time in the market. But you know, that's just the way they trade. I like to hold a little bit more because I like to believe in a coin is going to break out, but sometimes that burns me. So let's see what's going on right there. Yeah, I think Matic will be fine as long as Bitcoin doesn't take a little bit of a tumble here. I think Matic will be fine. Right now, I think the reason Matic isn't like popping at the moment is because people are skeptical at Bitcoin because it's at support. That's what you're looking at right now. Support, support, support. But it's held this bottom quite okay so far. But, you know, of course, we'd rather be back up at the breakout level there instead of bouncing around this yellow line of support. Yeah, hopefully you guys could see that breakout pretty soon. Hey, Brett. Bought Doge less than 0.02 and it went up to 75-ish. Was that 3,000 to 4,000% gain? Oh yeah, yep, exactly, yeah. I bought my Doge at 0.0024 cents, and I sold half of it at 50 cents. So I mean, it was massive gains. It was massive returns. Yeah, it really was. Which is why I sold some of it at 50 cents, even though people got mad at me for doing it, because I was like, these are incredible gains. I need to take some money off the table. I was surprised I held it all the way to 50 cents. Most of the time, I would have sold off like half of it by then, but I was like, Okay, let's see what's going on here. Would Doge accept it as metaverse coin in the future since it has quite a market there? I think it could. I think that could be a good catalyst for it. But I think that could be a good thing going forward. I think what's happening right now as far as the market's concerned, Dogecoin's looking to have a golden cross here sometime next week. Bitcoin, we have that talk tomorrow. So during that, I don't know exactly what time it starts. I'll have to look it up. When that event happens, I will try to play it live for you in the bottom corner of my stream. I will not have my face on there, but I'll be just talking with you guys as well. And we'll be watching that and the actual price move of Bitcoin. I think that's why Bitcoin's kind of saggy at the moment. We're just waiting for that big day tomorrow to really cause some stuff to go up here. So that's what I'm looking at right now, and it looks like Bitcoin's trying to come down a teeny bit. So we'll watch that later on in the evening. Yeah, but overall the market's looking pretty darn good. There we go. Anything else here, guys? Really hoping Matic can go back out. Look at that. See, the longer you stay up here, the more likely you are to come down. It's not a double top, but it's like a quadruple top or something like that. But you can see it's still coming down right now, and that's why most people decide to sell at the resistance and just look to buy back in at a different price. There we go. Hades, also nice video you got there before Mike lost some weight, it seems. Yeah, I did. I have been losing a little bit of weight here, mostly healthy eating. It's healthy eating, but overall just eating less. It's one of those things when you get like, I'm fat. What do you call it? Well, you realize that you just started eating more than normal, and then when you cut down on it, your stomach hurts all the time because you realize that your stomach is just oversized as far as like, not like the fat around my stomach, but like the actual like stomach casing stuff, whatever you want to call it. And so I realized when I stopped eating as much food, it was much easier to lose weight, especially with all the walking I've been doing with the puppy. So it makes my life a lot easier. And I realized I was just eating too much. Even if it was healthy food, I was eating too much of it. And that was the big problem. So now I'm kind of just like exercise. I do morning yoga. My friend made fun of me. He was like, "Oh, now that you're making a bunch of money in the markets, now you got into yoga." And I was like, "Nah." But the LG TV that I got, it has like a health system built into it, which is kind of cool. And so if I ever want to watch yoga or do like punch boxing and stuff like that, I can do that with my TV, and it's for free. So it's kind of nice. I don't consider myself much of a kickboxer or stuff like that, though. Let's see. Hey, Corinda, what do I think about IOTX? Let me take a peek at it. Down 3%. Trading view. Let me see if I can find this on trading view. Personally, you could take a small position on it if you want to. I think it might break down below the 200 on the 4-hour chart and head down to the 50 moving average down here to maybe 13, probably closer to 14 cents here in the next couple days. And then from there, you're going to have another opportunity to buy some if you want to. This thing pumped up quite a bit by itself, and it's just kind of breathing back down. You can see exactly where it started to break down here as well. So it's okay. There are much better plays out there. But looks like right now this thing is going to come down a little bit more before it has another opportunity to bounce back up. Hopefully Bitcoin can change that, but you can see it's going a little bit off. If not, it's not really following Bitcoin recently. I wish Bitcoin looked like this. Or maybe this part, not so much this part down here. There you go. Here's Matic on the 5. Tested it out, got rejected, and now it's coming back down a little bit to see where we can go from there. Let's see. Hey, Heaton, what are you speaking of? There was some type of there was some type of meeting between a whole bunch of crypto enthusiasts, people like big dogs in the crypto world, and they're having a little like summit, you know, meetup where they talk on Zoom, and they're going to be talking about the future of crypto and stuff like that. Same thing we saw back in July, and then from there, I think that's what the market's waiting for right now. You intermediate fast every day and eat till 2 p.m. Oh, there you go. That could be interesting as well. Cake coin, I think it's good for a long-term hold. I really don't trade anything else for cake. Hey, Brent, I'm never not hungry. I can eat all day. I normally don't eat too much. I mean, like now I don't eat too much. Before I used to eat like to snack all the time, especially because I'm at a desk all the time, right? Hey, Steel, you can do that if you want to. Both are going to go up even more, so it just depends on which one you think is going to go up the most. I think they're both good plays. Whichever one you choose, they're probably both going to go up around the same amount of percentage-wise. But I don't think the fact that Ethereum is close to all-time highs is going to stop it from reaching even higher highs after that. Yeah, no worries, Corinda. After 2 a.m., I eat a lot too. I don't know. I'm usually out and about with the dog. Let's see. And Bitcoin's testing out support right now, so hopefully able to get back up on board here. All right, but everybody, I'm gonna call it a night. Micah, sand is fine for a long-term hold. I'd probably say wait a little bit before buying into it. But I'll see you guys all tomorrow. I am taking my mom to the hospital tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure how long it's gonna take. And I'm also gonna be recording some stuff. I might only see you guys. I might hop on in the early morning. Don't bet on it though. Because I don't know exactly when I'm gonna go pick up my mom. I think it's 10 o'clock, but I'll have to double check because sometimes her schedule like completely changes. And I have to like get Loki ready and all that type. Yeah, okay, that's gonna be fun. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Expect to see me sometime around tomorrow evening, and then hopefully by then Bitcoin will having a big boom. Usually with my luck, when I'm away from the computer is when Bitcoin really starts to soar. So I'll see what happens tomorrow, and if Bitcoin's booming up early in the morning, I'll wake up as early as I can, even as early as 5 a.m. if that's when Bitcoin's booming. And then I'll go live with you guys just for a little bit to talk about what's going on, resistances and stuff like that, to make sure you guys have an adequate understanding of what's going on at that particular time in the market. All right. Okay, everybody, have a good rest of your night, and I will see you guys just a little bit later tomorrow. I'm hoping I can wake up a little bit early for you guys. It's 10 o'clock right now my time, so if I go to bed now, I should be fine. But I got to take care of Loki and do some other stuff, so we'll see how that goes. See you guys a little bit later. Check out my last technical analysis video. Like, go to my channel. I have a video. If you go to uploads, watch that last video. It'll tell you my thoughts on Bitcoin and why I thought we were going to come down a little bit more anyway. So if you guys want to see more technical analysis, check out that video. I think it'll be useful for you guys to make some money. Thanks.